Go.
All right, so now we're just gonna take the rest of this, and we're gonna scrape this bowl out really good because we're gonna move on and use it for the Chicken Divon next. And, or Divine, depends on where you're from, what you call it. But
Divan.
Divan. That's something you
Never
sit
heard
on.
of it even at all.
That's what you sit on?
The recipe of that.
Yeah. So, and then we're gonna just put about a cup of cheese on the top of it. And I like to par bake everything just a little bit.
Do you?
And so then it'll, I'll put it back in the oven.
Bake it a little bit.
So when I'm done with my casseroles tonight, I'll probably cook them all for about 15 minutes. And let them cool.
For what reason? They
Because
set better?
some of them come out and you just put them in the microwave.
Okay.
You know, it just depends to warm them up. So we're just kind of cleaning out the bowl as good as we can because we're going to go from taco to curry. Okay. So one recipe done. Okay.
Cheese. Cheese.
So,
Tina. Cheese.
oh, cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. And the thing is this, if you're used to shopping for 2 weeks, then 2 weeks of meals are going to easily fit in your refrigerator because there'll be less packaging and you're already used to shopping like that. If you've been somebody who shops for an entire month at a time, easily it's going to all fit. I don't recommend that you make more meals than what you normally shop for until you find out what kind of space you have for it. Okay, so got that on there. And yes, I normally would grate all the cheese myself, but okay. So our next one is Chicken Divon, and so we're gonna put the lemon and the mayonnaise and the chicken all in here. Okay, and I'm going to move some of this over here for just a moment. I'm going to fish that all out because we're going to use this pan for this recipe. So we are going to throw that and the bones away. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, I'll do that. Okay. So this next recipe is going to be super simple to put together. That's gross. So we're gonna spread our chicken across the bottom evenly. It's gonna break apart and it's gonna cover this 9x13 pan.
What would we put it in now since we don't sell that anymore?
This is the 9x13
stone.
Oh, that still
It's
is.
cranberry.
Oh, it's just in cranberry.
Yeah. You know, one of the great things about having discontinued products is they move up to my kitchen and the other stuff stays downstairs for my show recipes. And then I don't get confused with what stays home and what goes where. So now we have that.
Did you flame pasta over here?
Did I?
Piece of pasta so tiny.
You know, I do have a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're just going to spread around the broccoli. And we just let this defrost. And I think that's another reason why you par bake things, because once things are unfrozen, you want to cook them before you freeze them again. Okay, so we want everything to stay nice and green and fresh, so we're not going to have to worry about that. So would you get the curry, the not the spicy red one, but the other curry?
So not the adobo, or yes, the adobo. I don't eat Indian food, so I don't know.
It says curry. Curry.
Well, there's 3. Mild?
Mild, yes, the mild curry. And again, it takes exactly 2 tablespoons of the curry. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of dump that in there. Okay, there's 1 tablespoon, and there's another hefty tablespoon. Okay, so then we're gonna have a cup of mayonnaise. So my jar opener is lurking underneath my cabinet. One of my favorite Paper Chuck products. If you don't have one, it's the husband replacement, because he's never around when you have a stuffed jar. And now I can get my jars open myself. Okay, and again, this is not an exact recipe. So we want about a cup of mayonnaise, which we have right there. Okay, so we've mixed the chicken, cream of chicken soup, and I'm going to stick that in the fridge. And we are going to put a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice in this recipe right here. And one of the great things about our microplane is it does zest so fast. So we've got some lemon zest in there. We're going to take our lemons, and you can either roll them or you can stick them in the microwave for 30 seconds to release the juice. And I never make it 30, I always do 33 because my finger's already there. I can do it faster just by touching the same thing, and it doesn't really matter. Okay, so
Do you feel like the crust doesn't kind of get all the juice out?
pardon me.
Do you not feel like the crust gets all the juice out?
We can get more juice out just by rolling it. It breaks down the cell structure, allows it to release more. So we've got our little sauce here, it just needs the lemon juice in it. I'm going to pour it on the top of there, add the cheese, and again, we've got another recipe done. Now this takes white pepper in it. You can use black pepper as well. And so would you add some pepper? I'm not going to, I would use black pepper to show our,
Is that what you want then?
so it takes about a teaspoon, which is quite a bit of pepper. One of my favorite products is the grinders.
What do you think the difference is in white pepper?
White pepper has the bitter husk taken off of it, and it just doesn't show as much, and it's also easier on your gallbladder. So, I'm gonna, for some reason this one's gone cattywampus on me, so I'm just going to cut the end off of it. Oh, that's right, because I'm treating it like a lime. Lemons you do up, limes you do upside down. It looks like we have pretty juicy lemons, so I'm just going to do the one. I'm going to set that aside. It really does help to microwave the lemons for 30 seconds. You can see we got a lot of juice out of that. So we're just going to pour this on the top, scrape out our bowl really, really good, and we are going to make this chicken Caesar salad wraps. So this part, the reason why I started with the chicken is I want you to see how you could do this at a show.
Just
So
the
you-
chicken at the show.
Just the
Bless you.
So the host is putting the 2 casseroles into her refrigerator, and her guests are going to enjoy the chicken Caesar salad wraps. Now on the power cooking, I think they have a black bean variation of that, but we are actually just going to do the Caesar salad wraps. So again, there's nothing in here that's raw, that's going to cause any problems. Just going to scrape out our bowl really good, and then we'll be ready to do the next chicken recipe.